Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. 2007 Liberty, Jeep Liberty that is. Customer complaint on this one is the hub assembly, wheel bearing, bad. Hope that fan doesn't interfere too much. Okay, so since we're now working on the hub assembly, the rotor needs to come off of here. I should have showed you that when the wheel was still on it. It does have a little play. I don't think it's anything terrible, but the customer wants it changed. Not something that I sold to him. That's something the customer wanted me to change. So 21, I believe. No, it's 22. 21. 21. This truck here does see a lot of off-road. That's actually what what this is for. I mean, I'm not saying because of it's a four-wheel drive, because that's what he uses it for. That's what I was trying to say. We'll have to get in your way. We'll have to remove the caliper bracket. Yeah, we'll do that. Had a recent video where we actually replaced this. We'll clean this up. Bear with me, folks. I'll explain that in a second. Okay, so this one here had an Allen screw in it, and yes, you guessed it correctly, this is the ABS. Wheel speed, basically, in a nutshell. I'm gonna try to wiggle it a little bit, see what happens. Okay, we'll put our sensor here off the side. Now, there is going to be some people screaming, why are you doing that? Well, I tell you. It comes with a new one, but look at the length of the cable. That means I'm going to have to reroute that cable all the way up through there. We're not going to do that because there's obviously nothing, well, not obvious, but take my word for it, there's nothing wrong with wheel speeds on this thing. And these sensors are cloned, they're the same, so nothing different on the replacement part than it is on the original. Put that in a bag, and we're going to tell the customer to hang on to that, put it in the trunk in the glove compartment, or we'll put it in a Ziploc bag. And if he ever has problems with the sensor, well, we got one right there. Like I said, I'm fully aware that some people are not going to agree with that now, so 3 bolts, one here, one on the other side. dig some, try to rub some of the mud out of here. I don't recall what size that is. It's E something. Let's try E16. 16, I think, could be it. Try 14 and see if that 14 goes on. No, it's 14, so it's E14. That's an inverted ports. Be right in front of the camera again. Do a little wobble extension on that. Make our life a little bit easier. At least I hope. And yes, we all know how much easier this is up here or down here than it is up north. We all know the story. That's good and stuck. Coming up here in just a little bit, we're going to have a upper control arm on the other side. Oh, loving it! Check that out. Ain't that a beauty? That bearing is not loose enough for me to show you on camera that it is bad. I should have done that before I took the wheel off. I cannot show you on camera because you can't see it. I cannot show you this by hand. It's so little. I mean, it's going out, but it's not out any stretch of the imagination. It's not out yet, is what I'm saying. So anyway, clean it up. Splines are fitting good. I bet you know what follows. Nah, just kidding. I bet you don't know. I'm gonna do something a little bit different today. I want to put some stay lube on it. That's red grease is what that is. Protect everything. Maybe. Oh yeah. Just in case you're wondering what I'm talking about. You will have to have E-socket set for that. Of course, start your top bolt first because that is in such a bind. Or not a bind, but in such a drastic angle, it's easier to start the top first. I'm probably not going to start it all now that I said that. .36, by the way, on the axle nut. I don't know that I mentioned that. What's that? I still got a little bit of lube on that. Put a little bit of the red grease on that. slides right in. Like I said, there was no damage to the inside of the bearing, no damage to the sensor, no light on, no none of that. I'm gonna get that up, run up there, and then later on I torque it. This little impact here doesn't have enough rear to torque it properly, so we can do all of that. This part here, we can do that later on. I'm gonna do that by somebody holding the brakes for me, so not gonna finish that part now. And you know that normally I use something different, but we're gonna use this since I've already got it out. If you go back to the other video, you actually see where I cleaned the inside, where whoever replaced this part here did not lubricate anything. This thing here is pretty heavy. Hopefully it'll start back up for us. Oh. This is entirely too easy. Probably going to have a big old problem with the A-arm on the other side, something like that. Hopefully not, but whew. This went pretty smooth. That's a mechanic's dream. I'm gonna move you out because I gotta get in there. These are extended length wrenches, so get good torque with those. In a nutshell, that's it. I said I got to give you a torque spec. I'll probably leave that in the description of the video, or actually I'm going to edit the video and put it in there. Come on, where are you? There you are. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. So I'm gonna end this part of the video right here. Let the video down, get this wheel put back on so I don't forget to do that later on. I forgot the cap. Let's try this again. I forgot to pop the cap out. Anyway, got to pop the cap out. I'm going to end that video right here. In just a minute, turn the camera back on the other side so we can take care of the A-arm. Much of that's going to be done from the top. Okay. I took the liberty to take the wheel off. Get it? So, upper control arm right here, as I stated, some of this work is going to be done from the top. I'm going to concentrate on this part here, 21 mil, trying to get that ball joint popped apart. It's got the boot missing, which is not very uncommon, in my opinion, because of the drastic angle this thing has, especially when you're lifting them up. Whatever, either way, that's really not supposed to be that easy. As soon as I said that, tightened up. Now, all jokes aside, that is not supposed to be that easy to turn off. That should have either been a crimp bolt or a nylock bolt, one of the two. For those non-technical people, this is called a nylock bolt. The reason they call it a nylock, it has a nylon insert crimped into the top that's supposed to keep it from spinning off. Short version. One hit, one success. I have to be careful with this. These tend to be a little bit springy, so still don't let your guard down. Because of the severe angle right now. So, is that one bad? Yes, it absolutely is bad. So that was the right call on that one. Of course, we'll have to continue this on top. I'm going to show you this. Let me flip the screen already so I know that you can see. There is one on that hump down there. It's down here. This is the rear. What's dangling on over here? Oh, this is the drain. That one right there, like I said, and then the front one is obviously here in front, so. Good Lord! Hanging up everywhere. Damn tripod. Right there is the other one. Right there. Whoop, you can't see it. Right there. So that's not, these look a little bit more difficult than what they actually are. Man, that tripod's killing me. Flip that camera back around. So, yeah, they look a little bit more complicated than what it really is to get to. So, I'm going to take that off. I have no way of putting the camera in there to show you. I mean, obviously, from the looks of it, that's pretty straightforward. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and pause the camera up because I would edit that part out anyway. And that was 18 millimeter, by the way, not 19. I thought it was 19. It was 18 millimeter on that one. And also, let me try to get this out real quick. Well, I had to say that. Never say real quick. You're almost going to have two people for that job. On the back end of it, in my area here, generally these are staying intact. Now there is people that tell me, again, I know I'll keep bringing that up, but in a northern climate, a lot of times these are going to be destroyed, so keep that in mind. You will have to have some kind of vice grip or something like that to latch onto them, generally, because they don't have, really, it's not a wrench size anymore because they clip the corners when they crimp those sheet metal pieces on. So anyway, continue on. Also, something else that I forgot. Let me give you a measurement. Okay, so the rear, you do that with this is about a 16-inch extension. You have to do both bolts. Well, you don't have to, but it's a booger to go back there and do that bolt. You do both bolts from the front. Easy to access, extremely easy to access. So in the back, you're going to fight and fight and fight because you can't get good turn on it. In a nutshell, that's really how easy that is to break loose. I just wanted to show you that can be done from back here. Alright, that part is not going to work. I didn't think it was. For the reason there's too much flex in there. If anybody wonders why that's not working, there's too much flex in there and the ratchet and this long extension here, so that's why. I'll have to, look like we're going to have to turn it out the old-fashioned way. Actually, I got one more trick up my sleeve. My favorite tool. That's why I keep forgetting that I got it. Let's try that. Might be useful after all if it pulls it off. And that is a no. And like I said, I don't think for a minute that we can get it up here. Generally not. Try it. Give it a try. No harm in trying. Now maybe I'm going to switch to a short socket. Short socket is not going to work. A half deep is going to work, I think. Well, we'll see. No, yes, no. Now these were pretty clean, so that may not be a fair comparison. Anyway, I'm gonna get the bolt out of there and go from there. I'm sorry, I don't know how easy that is to see. We're underneath the truck. This last one here, and you also start it. You come over here and get the bolt out from down here. That's the easiest thing to do. Trust me. Trying to fish that bolt in from the top is a son of a booger. Not something you really want to do. This one here is really the part where it is kind of nice when you have help for somebody to guide the control arm in there for you. As I said, that is the nice part when you have help. All right, I'm gonna pause the camera out for just a second. Okay, back down we go. See if I have lined this up good enough. No, I did not. Easier with two people, like I said, does. So, if you have the help, I would go ahead and use it. Don't make a mistake on that. The bolt needs to go back in the way you pull it out. So, I guess I should tip it down a little bit more. Bolt goes in like this. Don't reverse the direction. Going to be a god-awful video here. Keep having interruptions. Well, due to my own problem. You get your bolts in, or well, before you put your bolts in, if you want to put some grease lube on that, that may help you. Let's get up there. Well, that was one, but what I did with the other one. Ain't that a bugger? Here we go again. I think I left the other one there. Yes, I didn't think I did. Oh, ain't that a bugger. Alright, so that one is obviously my stupidity. I'll throw that nut in there, and of course, the frame kind of goes down, so that's a booger to get out of there. In any event, that's one of them things that happens. The nut's pretty much in there. I don't know what to do to get it out. There's no real good way of getting it out. I hate that. I hope it don't rattle. Generally it doesn't. Normally they find a place to wedge themselves in, and that's about the end of it. So basically, in a nutshell, now I'm going to have to put another nut on it, which I absolutely hate to do because, well, I have a bucket from junk cars where I take stuff off. I'm going to look to the bucket real quick to see if I find another nylock nut in there, or a lock nut of some kind that is at least the same size, because my bolts and nuts here in the bin, they're going to be 19mm versus 18 that it actually is, and I hate to do that to the next guy, which may also be me, so I don't know. Let me take a look. A lot of times I curse that stuff because it always seems to be in the way. lo and behold, I was able to find something. So that is great. I like that. Anyway, I'll put this nut on. Hopefully it won't drop it. Since I did get lucky finding one, hopefully I get lucky enough to drop that one in the frame. Make a genuine baby rattle out of this thing. That figures, you start to get nervous of dropping it, and it won't start for you. Make it even worse. Alright, so let's get this somewhat tightened up. I did tighten it up, loosen it up, both sides. We're going to have to wait to put the final squeeze on it till our wheels back on, everything is back assembled, and the truck is staying flat. That's when I'm going to tighten them down. I don't want them bushings to pinch in a state where it's all the way down to the bottom and then it twists the rubber off. So we don't need to do that. So that needs to be in a relaxed state when we put the final squeeze on it. So we're going to go underneath. Got to contact customer support on that lift. It keeps changing on me and I don't understand why. Personally, I don't want to deal with it, so I knew that was going to happen. There we go. You got to get it in the angle that you think you might need it. Looks pretty good right there. So actually, I'm going to lower it down for this because I am going to use the jack. Using a tall jack underneath really is not my favorite thing to do, so I'll go ahead and use this one right here. That way the vehicle is on the ground and not going to tumble off the lift. Alright, the vehicle is, the tires are touching now, so that is a better feeling. We'll use our jack here. Get the camera repositioned. Large tripod. Not used to working down that low, huh? So again, we need to get this into place here. I'm going to use a little up force. Once that nut is on, that's not so bad anymore. See if we can run that all the way up. Okay. Oh, guess I need to move the camera again, huh? And snug that up. Put the wheel on. The other side is done, plugs back in. So, in a nutshell, since you've already seen me take the bolts out, so all I'm going to do now is let the vehicle down, roll it back and forth a little bit, and give that a final tightening up, and I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here. I mean, there's really nothing else here to see. Of course, we got a little bit more something to do. We got to tighten, torque all the lug nuts. Got to do that, and like I said, just tighten these up, and no need me rolling the camera for that. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here. So appreciate watching. Like, subscribe. We do appreciate every subscription we can get. We'll see you on the next one. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to go ahead and show this. So what I did here, for those of you that really don't know, what I did here, like I said, I took it off the lift, torqued the wheels up, and what I've been doing is I've been rolling the vehicle back and forth in the shop to let everything relax a little bit. And now that I've done that, I'm actually going to go ahead and tighten it up. Well, that's what I'm going to do right now. So that really is what that boils down to. So now that we got the bolts tight, this is pretty much a done deal now. Kind of give it a visual once over, see what it kind of looks like. Wheel looks kicked a little bit to me, but that's a matter for the alignment shop. That's obviously something I don't do here. So that vehicle needs to move on now to the alignment shop and be checked out. So there you go, guys. I figured I added in there.